Okay, this is your really parametric problem here. So it's talking about a particle that's starting on point A and travels along this curve from A to B to C. So this is where it's starting. First thing it asks is at point C is dy dt positive. So dy dt is really the change in y as t increases. So we know as time increases, we know that the y value is decreasing because as time increases, it's moving from A to B to C, so this slope is negative. So you would have to say y dy dt is not positive. So answer the question, and the reasoning is because y is decreasing as t increases. Okay, you cannot just say slope is negative. You're talking about showing the change between dy and dt. Then the next question is dx dt positive. So dx dt is talking about moving to the left or right. This is also not positive because as the particle moves here and then going down this way, notice x is decreasing as t increases, or really decreasing because it's moving to the left. But I would use the word decreasing instead of left and decreasing here instead of down. Okay, it is 1 point for each, so 2 points for part A. Okay, part B. The slope of the curve is undefined at point B. At what time is the particle at point B? So if the slope is undefined, so think about what your slope is. Slope is dy dx in parametric, which is really dy dt over dx dt. So the only way this can be undefined is if the bottom is 0. So really, you're looking for where dx dt is equal to 0. That is a point showing that you understand what you're looking for. dx dt is given. Type it in your calculator, find the zeros on the calculator, you end up with t equals 3. 2 points for part B. Show what you're trying to do, use your calculator to find the solution. Part C. The line tangent to the curve has a particular equation that's given. Find the velocity vector and the speed. Okay, so let's think about what the velocity vector is. So the velocity vector is, I need to know what happens at x prime of 8, and I need to know what happens at y prime of 8. Okay, dy dt, dx dt is given, so all you need to do for x prime of 8 is plug in 8 for t and punch this out in your calculator. And I believe if you find dx dt in the calculator at t equals 8 should be negative 4.5. Now, they do not give you an equation for dy dt, but you do know this relationship. You know that dy dx is dy dt over dx dt. Now, you're also given the fact that the tangent line to the curve is y equals 5/9 x minus 2. So I know what dy dx is. dy dx on the curve is 5/9. And I also just figured out what dx dt is. I know dx dt is negative 4.5. So you have this equation, you can cross multiply or do what you need to do, and we can figure out that dy dt is negative 2.5. So your velocity vector is negative 4.5 and negative 2.5. It is just 2 points, 1 point for each value. Your speed should just be the square root of dx dt squared plus dy dt squared, which is 5.1478, and is just a point for the answer. So 3 points for part C. Okay? And the last case, part D, asks, how far apart are the points A and D? But if I look at the graph, notice the points A and D are only, the distance between them is just the horizontal distance. So basically, I just need to figure out what's the change in the x-coordinate from A to D. So how do I find the change in the x-coordinate? I'm going to integrate x prime from x of 9. And I know that the integral of x prime is x of 9 minus x of 0. And I'm just going to use my calculator. So this is the difference between the points A and B. Use your calculator to punch this out. They do just ask you for the distance, so really the distance is 39.255 units apart. It is a point for showing this and a point for your final answer.